I saw this funny TikTok, and it was of this Australian girl, and they made this like little skit about whenever this guy's girlfriend would lose her lip balm, and it was an Olehenriksen lip balm. Is that how you say it? Olehenriksen. And she kept going, Ollie's gone. I can't find Ollie because she lost her lip balm.
So now Ava and
I got an Olehenriksen for Christmas.
So now Ava and I
go, where's Ollie?
We're all go, Ava, it's Ole. Whenever I put it on, we both got Ole.
Yeah. What was the other anecdote you're going to open up with? There's another one.
What did it have to do with?
Oh, it's left my mind. Anyway, we'll get right into it. This is
for once
volume 1 of the 20-something playbook recap part 2 continued. So we're going to start it off with Miss Alex Shaves, who was our 8th episode.
Oh, yes, that was super fun. She
that
came
was the
to our
first
house.
episode.
She actually.
Oh no, it wasn't.
Actually, kind of this similar setup here.
We said our first episode was Krista
but
and
it was
Lindsay,
Alex.
but it was Alex.
It was Alex. Well, our first episode filmed outside of Toronto because Alex was our first Toronto episode.
Yeah, she was our first guest episode.
Ever.
Yeah.
She was our first
I know.
guest. She was so great.
It was such a nice warm-up because it was like Maddie was already very good friends.
We've known each other for a couple years.
Yeah.
And Alex and I connected, you know, if you've seen the episode, she has colitis and I have a health condition as well. So we kind of connected about that a couple years ago, just kind of talking about being in your 20s and navigating that and what it can be very isolating. So I think it's been nice that we've kind of found each other, and she's also in the entertainment industry. It's funny because like our paths never
you guys originally
before that.
I think ours might have.
We met Alex on the
did.
Next Step because Elle and I did a little dancing thing on there when we
we
were younger.
But she was young and you guys were young.
13?
She was like 14, 15. Yeah. So it was interesting. It was like
very blurry
how
memory.
we came together, but she is such a lovely person. I know.
She's lovely.
She has a lot of fans out there, and she is just as lovely as she seems.
She deserves every one of them.
Very lovely, lovely person for real. And I think the thing I love about Alex, just knowing how much she's been through with like, even just like she's talked to me about medications and the testing that goes into that, and how just her attitude is very admirable to me. She has such a great attitude about everything.
It's true.
Anytime she's going through something hard, she doesn't put it on anyone else. She just, you wouldn't know that she was going through a hard time.
No, you wouldn't.
And she's, she's dealing with a health condition. So
and she has such great tips.
Yeah, like a very inspiring attitude as a person. Just very impressive.
Yeah.
I love that about her.
And she has amazing, in that episode, she has like amazing mental health tips. And coping with the difficulties that come with all of that.
She really takes you through what she does to deal with and feel the best when she's not feeling actually
she's had to really figure it out.
Yeah. And she's done an amazing job.
Yeah. So episode 8, episode 9, we have got our Miss Sydney, who actually was an amazing. Sydney connected us with so many lovely people on this podcast. She was so generous. And her story is also another one that's just like actually Jenna, your best friend Jenna was with us,
best
and she
friend
really
Jenna.
resonated
You have a
with
Jenna
that
account.
one.
But yes, Jenna came to New York with us.
Yeah.
And she was our little podcast fairy.
She was our
She would help us set up. She would help me do the lights because I didn't like setting up the lights, so she would do them for me, and she just like helped us a ton. Like she was just kind of there, and then if the camera shut off, she'd let us know, and like she was just our little helper. But Jenna always said that one really resonated with her, and it was a really interesting conversation. We talked. It's also because
she talked
eating
about
disorders
her
and
eating disorder.
The relationship you have to your body. She really healed her relationship with her body. She was put through the ringer with it, and it's just really inspiring, that story. Because I mean, in your 20s as a woman, especially, I think a lot of young women have a hard relationship with their body. So,
and what's cool about her too is the business she owns is. It's like a date peanut butter brand, and I follow her. And
they have other snacks.
It's called French Squirrel, and they have these delicious snacks as well.
So good. She gave us
She
some.
brought some for us, and I was
my god!
I was so happy. I didn't want to ask her obviously and be like, "Bring your stuff," but
she did.
It was so
happy.
good,
and I ate them at the airport on the way.
She had French toast ones and then chocolate covered ones.
Yeah,
and they were so delicious.
So good. You know what? You could have put that in cereal.
Well, it is.
Is that what?
Almond
it is
milk?
I think it's like a
cereal.
I want to say it's like a cereal.
We looked up the other. We tried to, because we asked her like, is it anywhere in Canada, like, or in Toronto?
There's some in Forest Hill.
There's some in Forest Hill. You know what? I was there.
The Hut.
We've been meaning to pick it up.
Was it at the Hut?
Yeah, it is at
bar?
the Hut.
Oh, I
is
was
at
at the
the
hut, but
Matt-
I was in
the Zach
Forest
Hyman
Hill, and I
tournament.
should have. I was
You know
in
that?
Forest Hill though, but I should have gotten some.
We
I
have
know.
to pick it up. But yeah,
met them at the Zach
Sydney,
Hyman
Sydney's, yeah, she's,
And her goal, like her mission, is literally to make snacks healthier in America.
and her healthy snack brand business was born out of her healing her relationship with her body. So
Exactly.
it's all very connected.
It was a very beautiful thing to listen.
It's also one
to.
of those stories of like
hear.
the spontaneity of your 20s where you don't know, you go through a hard thing and you don't really know or expect it to lead you to something so like meaningful and purposeful and positive.
Yeah.
So we check
Again,
that, yeah.
with all of our guests and like her as well, we had never met a lot of them before.
But we also handpicked them because we knew they had good stories.
Yes.
Like, we
Also,
knew-
Sydney is all over social
She's
media.
all over social
and
media,
so like
so we
you could
knew.
see how
Yeah.
I knew people would connect with her and she would
Yeah.
tell a really good story and tell her story really well.
Yeah.
We did a thing where like we didn't actually get anyone to come on the podcast unless we had a video of them talking so that
Yeah.
we knew like
Or we met them
they were
on a phone
comfortable
call.
in
Yeah,
front
we had
of
met them in
on the
person.
mic and
Yeah.
everything, and we'd have a phone call first because it just makes a huge difference whether
Yeah.
you can tell your story like that.
We also
And
just wanted to have people on who had stories that were specific to transformation in your 20s. We didn't want to just
Yes.
have someone on just because they
They
were
are
famous
20.
or they
Yeah,
are
yeah.
20. We wanted someone, we wanted someone who had like a real transformational story that,
Yeah.
and we wanted to have a variety, which I feel like we actually achieved with this.
We
like,
did. Yeah.
So many different walks of life, so many different journeys and stories.
But with her, what I was getting at
Yeah.
is that she was so easy to talk to, and we
Yeah.
had never met her before.
Yeah.
That day. Same with
She was
like
awesome.
so many of our other guests. Like,
Everyone was truly, I know we said this in the
so
last
easy
one.
to talk to.
We genuinely loved,
Yes.
like we said, we handpicked them. It's like, and like it was nice. It was like,
And they turned out
handpicked-
even better than we thought.
Yeah,
Well, it's
everyone
like you like
surpassed
left,
expectations.
you left and you knew them like 1,000 times better than when you walked in.
It's so
You
Yeah.
like
So
talked
true.
through all these different parts of their life.
Yeah.
Oh, and then our next one was
Madison
Tevlin.
Tevlin.
This was so sweet.
I love her. So
I love
chapter
her so
10,
much.
Madison Tevlin and I. And
Go
if
way
you,
back.
if you don't know Madison Tevlin's name, if you see a photo of her, you're gonna be like, I saw that girl in that commercial on that
Oh my
movie.
gosh,
And I'm
she's-
Yes,
she
she's
did a
killing
movie
it.
She's
with
a
Woody
star.
Harrelson.
She's
She
a
is
star.
just
She's a literal star. That movie
she
was so
is-
good, by the
she's
way.
fantastic.
What was the
Yeah.
movie called that she was in with Woody
Champions.
Harrelson? Champions.
Champions, great movie.
Yeah,
good.
she.
You have to see it.
So her and I met back in 2021, I believe, and she was hosting a show called Who Do You Think I Am? So Madison has Down syndrome, and so one of the things that she talks about in her show was how Down syndrome is the least interesting thing about
I
her.
love that.
And the show is about how it's easy to judge a book by its cover, but there's all these different layers to people that you don't really understand. So I was one of her guests.
And I feel
that's
like
when
you
we
guys
first met.
really connected on, like, I think you guys talked about this in our podcast, but
Yeah.
you guys really connected on, struggling with health and things like that growing up.
I think she
Yeah.
had just had open heart
She had
surgery.
open heart surgery
Yeah.
before she had hosted this
Yeah.
show that came out back in 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
And she was just, I honestly needed that interview. She's just such a
Yeah.
loving soul. We hugged each other
She's
for like
so
4 minutes
loving.
straight. It was like,
Yeah.
It was
I
so
loved all the cuddles.
We
and,
called
like,
her called them Maddie,
Maddie
Square,
Squared.
and her Maddie and
she's
Maddie.
just like I don't know
She's
if any,
one of the warmest people.
yeah, like
I
if
have
you
ever
meet
met.
Yeah.
her, just like she is just
So
this
true.
amazing, and she has such a personality about her.
Yeah. She's
so
personality
funny,
plus.
like,
is
she's
She's
music.
she's so
She's spicy.
Got so
and
much
she's,
energy.
spunky
Yeah.
and confident
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
so warm and
such a warm person.
It was
like
so
She
much
gets
fun.
it from
We-
her mom, though. We met her mom,
Yeah,
and they
her
both
mom's
have that
amazing.
like
Grace.
spicy
Yeah, shout out to
banter,
Grace. They-
they're
witty
so much fun.
personality. They were both just
we
like
were there
so
for
fun.
like an hour
and
a
I
bit.
think what's so
fun.
inspiring about Madison is just she's been through so much, and she
Yeah.
just has this confidence about her. Like, I'm just getting started.
Yeah,
I'm just
I
getting
know.
started. Like, she's
You have
booked and
to
busy.
follow
She's like,
her.
I'm just getting started. And sorry, go ahead.
You have to follow her on
Yeah.
Instagram because she posts videos like that all the time.
Yeah.
that just like she's so spunky. It just makes you instantly feel better.
She's just a
I love
special
it.
person. I don't know. It was like
she's-
that interview came at a time I was like going through a bit of a rough time, and I just remember
Yeah.
a conversation. I was like, I needed this.
I
Yeah.
know.
I needed
true.
this.
They literally Maddie and Maddie hugged for I think like 3 minutes.
Yeah, she just makes
It
you
was so.
feel.
It was so.
Yeah,
She's so-
she just makes you
yeah.
feel
It was so
special.
lovely.
Yeah.
Love our girl.
On to the next, another special person.
oh
Chapter
yes.
11, Miss Mackenzie Drazen
Miss
Cook.
Mackenzie.
Yes,
Drazen
Mackenzie's
Cook.
a dear friend of ours.
Oh my God, Mackenzie and I
And
go
mentor.
way
Yeah.
way back. So I met Mackenzie back in 2018, and we started work. So she had a mental health nonprofit called Team, teaching everyone about mental health that we still work at. And Mackenzie was one of those people that came into my life when I had no really like close friends at the time. I was struggling. I was kind of just like, I guess I'm just not going to find my people, you know, and I was kind of made peace with that. And then Mackenzie came along. We met on Instagram randomly.
Maddie
liked her
I
boots.
loved her boots. She's an equestrian. She was an equestrian. And so she had these beautiful boots. And I came
Which,
to
if you
her
don't know what that
page.
is, it's, oh gosh.
Show jumping.
Horse jumping. Sorry, it's very foreign to me.
We are not
so
familiar with
we
it.
didn't grow
Not
up with
super
She
it.
like grew up
familiar
in
with
like
it.
California and like all that world.
So
So
if you don't know what it is.
No, because
then
I
couldn't
didn't
even-
before I met Mackenzie.
no, and
We watch her
she-
husband.
Her husband's like
compete
an Olympic
sometimes.
athlete. They're both like the
Yeah.
most
They're insane.
dynamic
They're
couple.
wonderful.
Yeah. But she was doing a lot of work for mental health. I messaged her and was just like, wow, like what you're doing is so amazing. I was looking to get into more mental health work at the time.
you were.
It just came at the right time.
Yeah.
And Mackenzie has been an amazing friend and mentor in my personal and professional life. She has connected me to some of the most lovely people that I call dear friends across the world.
Yes.
She is just someone that is
a lot of our guests are actually from.
If you know Mackenzie, you know what I'm talking about. She's just one of those people. She's very
special.
exceptional.
She's
Very
very
exceptional
special.
person. She's been through so much. So
She has
her
a lot of
sister
love to
passed
give.
away when Mackenzie was, I think she was 19.
Yeah.
So like Mackenzie's 20s were just talk about character building.
So
She
we
went
talked
through
a
so
lot about
much.
that.
She has so much wisdom in this interview we did with her. I was so glad that she like really, I mean, of course she would, but like she just brought her wisdom. And
She
she
talks
just,
a lot about,
She's
which
very
I
wise.
think we all can kind of relate to, because Maddie's health issues affected her, and obviously like it was hard for the whole family.
Mm-hmm.
But something I really connect with Mackenzie on in her interview was saying how it's really hard to go through hard things when you're young,
Yeah.
but it really sets you up well and gives you tools on how to cope with things
Yes.
like
Yeah.
when you're really
It's
like
true.
younger
gives
than
you
average.
perspective. Well, she's like Mackenzie has been through hell and back, to be
Yeah.
honest. And
Yeah.
just the way I've always been very inspired by how she's moved through
Yeah.
everything.
Like I find her
she puts in the
situation.
work. Like
Yes,
she works on it.
She
Yeah,
does.
She does. And what
yeah.
I love about her too is she will, if it helps even just one person, she will share it. Like,
Well, she's dedicated her life
with our myteam.social,
yeah.
the nonprofit that we run
at
It's a-
myteam.social on Instagram. But
on
Mackenzie
Instagram.
has quite literally dedicated her life to helping young people, especially navigate the mental health care system, because that's what she experienced with her sister, and it's so hard.
Yeah.
To make it,
But
easy, so
she shares a lot about that experience to help others. and
Yeah, she's yeah.
She's
was
also
really
just
special
someone
to
that
have her
has
on.
had an interesting life. Like
Yeah.
it was a great
Well, even,
interview.
like,
Like
it's-
we knew all those things, but it's like I think it'd be fun for other people to hear. Like
we didn't even talk about
Yeah.
this in the interview
her
with her,
life
but
and perspective.
she's just had so many different lives. Like even before her 20s, she was like living in New York, working
Yeah,
as
as, like,
a
a
model
model.
for like she's
Yeah.
like 6
It's
foot,
funny.
whatever.
I laugh.
She's a giant.
I love this
Yeah.
story when we
a beautiful
we
tall
visited.
giant.
Yes, she is. We visited her once when Carl, her husband, was competing, and we were walking through like the audience of the competition
Very
or whatever.
modest person.
And this guy looks
Multiple
at her and
people.
because she's like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
so
And
striking.
She's
Yeah.
very striking, and so he literally looks up at her, and we're all walking together, and he's like, "My God," he was like, "You should be a model," and she just laughs. She's like, "Oh,
No, and
like,
he even
thank you."
said, he was like, "Oh my God, you belong in the runway."
Yeah, like, you belong
walking
on the
for
runway.
Givenchy,"
Yeah.
and like
She
she
does.
actually did that.
And, like,
but
she
doesn't
did
say
do
that.
that.
She didn't say anything,
Oh,
and like we
thank
were
you.
joking. She's just like, "Oh, thanks," and then we
Like,
kept
she's
walking.
like,
We're like,
"Oh,"
"You did that."
like she like joked about it, and we're
Like,
like,
Mackenzie,
laughing.
you
We're
did
like,
that. Like
She
that's
did the
crazy.
thing.
She said
Yeah.
so many
She
lives.
She wasn't like,
So
I
many
am a
lives.
model.
No, she's just.
But she
just
did
what
that when
was
she
a
was
model.
so young. Like I don't know if
Yeah.
she touched on that as
We
much in
didn't
the
talk about it
interview.
because it wasn't in her 20s. It was in her teens.
But it's crazy because it was like
Yeah.
she was so young.
But that
and
would've
she
been
went through all
really-
that stuff with her sister, and then in her
Yeah.
20s she had a lot of like
Oh, a bunch of other
crazy
things.
life-changing moments too.
Yeah.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
She's very
Crazy.
special.
We
to
could talk
us.
about
She's
her
very
forever
special to
'cause she's,
us.
like,
we
one
love
of-
her very much.
We've known her for what? Has it been like 8 years now?
Elle and I were 16.
We were
17.
16.
17.
7 or 8 years. We've been through
Yeah.
COVID. We've been through my health crisis. We've been through.
Yeah, I remember us talking about when our
lots of things.
first
Yeah.
dog died in 2021, and it was like
Yeah.
she was there through that. She's
Yeah.
been there
For
through a lot of it.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah, she's very special. We love her.
Yes. On to the next.
Oh my God,
Chapter 12.
Josie.
Josie, I
I think if we were to
Oh.
describe that episode in one word, it would be yap.
Yeah.
yap. But
We
like,
could not stop. Like we had to like stop ourselves.
I could tell
'cause
Ava and Elle were really yappy with that. Like she
I-
brought out.
She
the
brought out
yapping
our
you guys.
yapper.
She just brought out like, because her energy was so like,
She also, can I just
She
say,
hands down had the most.
drove
Yes.
all the way. So we were in California when we filmed with her. Drove to where we were filming. Showed up, just like amazing energy. Felt like you'd known her forever.
Yeah, and we
Just-
like had just met her.
Yeah, and she has like that vibe of like, because she like was in Paris for a bit. She just has that cool.
Yes,
like,
what were you
look
gonna
in
say?
fashion
Cool girl,
and like
yeah.
just has that like rom-com character
Yes.
vibe.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something?
Yeah.
No, I was
Sorry.
gonna say that. No, that's okay. I was just gonna say that she hands down had the most like contagious energy.
Yeah.
Like if you see me in that, I looked like I was like bouncing off the
Yeah,
walls
Ava
because
was,
her
I
energy.
kept seeing you
just,
during
like,
that
went
interview.
through
I was
me.
like, she is having fun.
Well, because she was so,
Oh,
and
God,
I
I
had
was
fun during
too.
all of our interviews, but like Josie just
Josie
had
brought out
so
something
much
in you.
energy,
Yeah.
and she was so like, and I mean, she also
Yeah.
has her own podcast, so like, girl can yap, like we could
Her
all
podcast
We all
is
yapped.
the Every Girl podcast, and
It's
it's
so
got
good.
over like 1 million.
Yeah, she's incredible.
Downloads.
But we had
She
so much
hits.
fun.
She talks about a lot of great topics on
She
that
does.
podcast.
Yes,
She does.
would highly
She's the one who
follow
has
them
that
on
classic
Instagram.
line of like, "I dare you to not like me."
Yeah,
That's
she
her
said
classic.
that
We
she-
use that all the time
Because she
now.
talked a lot about in her podcast, she talked a lot about how she was very performative in dating and like in her 20s. And then she said that she got to a point where she was like, realized that she was changing herself for all of these different guys. And she got to a point where she was just like, she met this guy and she was like, I honestly dare you not to like me. And it ended up being her fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally.
They're getting married this year.
I'm
Yeah,
so
They
excited.
are.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna try and get through these faster because I know.
I know.
I
But
know.
that was so
Reaching.
much fun. We talked about Trader Joe's
she's
donuts.
just yeah.
and-
Yeah.
She's
And like we
perfect.
did not know her from Adam. I Instagram DM'd her and she was like, "Yeah, 100%." I was just like, "Yeah,
She was amazing. We love Josie.
Chapter 13, Tamina Stoll.
Oh yes, girl taught us things.
Oh my gosh. I think I
took
learned.
I think the
notes.
reason
Yeah.
Maddie has a
No,
job.
I just want to say, so in our interview, one of the things she talked about, her whole thing is how to go from broke to like financially free in your 20s. She went through that whole journey. She went to the same university as Mackenzie. So I had actually met her and did an interview for her for a mental health nonprofit initially. And then we reconnected for the podcast. Tamina also introduced us to Jolene. Yeah, she connected to Jolene. So the thing I love about
Can't
Tamina,
remember. There was so many
I
people
know
that
there
like
was so many-
recommended different people.
I can't remember exact, but like
There
she
was a lot of,
introduced us to
like-
a bunch of people.
Yeah.
And
See, I'm like, who introduced to
Tamina,
her?
what was really interesting, something that she shared that like really sparked my interest. As we were doing these interviews, I at first was like, I quickly realized that I needed to get my financial shit together. And I was like, okay, I need to be like investing my money again. I need to be like doing all these things. And one of the things she talked about was how there's companies, if you work in, I don't think it's just tech, but she was talking about how there's companies where you join the company, it's a startup, and then you have equity, you have private equity in the company. And then she was like, yeah, a lot of people, if the company goes public on the stock market, it's called an IPO. I'm not going to get into all the nerdy stuff because now I work at the exact thing she was talking about. So the thing that got me though was that she said people who worked at these companies became millionaires when the company got sold. And instantly I was like, huh.
Her ears went up.
I would love that. If I have to work a 9-to-5 job, but I could become a millionaire from it, sign me up. And I don't know.
She
that
also
than
on a
6
less
months
extreme
later,
level. She
I
also talked
found a
about
job.
yeah.
I found a job that was literally
Sorry.
what she talked about, that in my mind, I was like, I want that. I
Yeah.
found it. And now I'm working in a company that
Yeah.
She talks
private.
a lot about.
She also talked about compound interest.
Yeah,
which
and
was
like lots of
extremely
like she did a great job at explaining things so you can understand it. Like I'm someone where like
Yeah.
financial stuff just goes over my head. So she did that, and then she also had some incredible stories. Like she's been through a lot personally,
Yeah.
like struggled with depression, and she's
Yeah, I think her
moved
mom
around
had
the
her
world.
really young,
Her
and-
mom had her super young, so there's a really interesting.
And she got
story
to take her
there.
on her dream vacation.
She's
She got to
really
take her
good with
mom
her
on a
money.
dream vacation.
Yes, girl is really
Yeah,
good with
just
her money.
another amazing story and very informational. That one. It
I was just so
amazing.
Very good.
inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just really connected.
Sorry, we gotta keep
She
going.
also like came
Emma
from like a
Kula.
full day of work to come and film. So
She did.
next we have Emma Kula, who is Kula.
Oh my god,
So
That's
late, but
terrible.
she was just so
That
cool.
awful.
She was
yes,
cool.
she
Emma,
was so
we just
cool.
connected. She was so easy to talk to. She was in Toronto, but she's like based in LA. And I just like, I don't know, the conversation was just
we
like,
yapped during that.
Yeah,
too.
that was
We
a
yapped
yappy one too. It was just
We yapped about Benny.
you felt like you
Benny
knew them.
drama.
Yeah,
Benny
like our like common podcast that we love, and just she was just a fast and like easy friend.
Yeah, very
She was,
fast.
and she talked a lot too about how she was working full time and she just had this like itch to do something else.
Yeah.
And she started her own it's called Stellar Eats.
Yeah,
She's the one that
her own
inspired
brand.
us to do like our dreams and stuff like alongside having an
Yes.
other job, because I just think like at this age, you know, we're trying to make money, we're trying to like, you know, start our lives for ourselves, and we've really tried to find that balance of like
Your 20s is your side hustle era.
yeah, like
It
making
is.
money, but then also
Yeah.
Full time
still-
and side hustle.
Well,
yeah,
I
like
kind of
working
see
towards
it-
our dreams, and she did that, and now she's doing her dream full time.
I see it as like
so it's
school.
been inspiring.
Like, you know, like when you went to school, it was like, you know, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And then you do your extracurriculars after and
Yeah.
have your fun.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of what it is right now. Chapter
Yes.
15, Jason Lee.
Jason Lee,
Jason
our
Lee.
chiropractor, our
We've
king.
known Jason for a really long time.
He's our family.
He's
He's like
like
literally
chiropractor.
fixed everyone in our
He's fixed
family.
all
And
of us.
he has an amazing story, which is why we wanted to have him on. He is our first and only male guest so far.
Yeah.
We're trying.
We're trying, guys.
Divas,
we are
listen.
Trying. We have a couple in the
We're doing
lineup.
our
He,
best.
He fixed Ava and I's chubby knees. And when we say chubby knees, you might think, they must be chubby knees. But really,
are.
what it is that we have knee issues.
Yeah, we did Russian ballet growing
We
up.
did Russian ballet,
and then
I don't know if
apparently
that's
we have
what
like
did it.
but apparently our joints are already like too
Flexible,
flexible.
so us putting
so
our
then
knees
like
out
the
and
fact that we
everything
were already a little too flexible, and then we
didn't
were
help.
like training ourselves to be flexible
Yeah.
on top of it, fricked us up.
Yeah.
So
And then he got
I also
he hit
kinked my neck last Christmas, and as I couldn't move it
He
to the
fixes
left or
all
the
of
right.
Oh,
and-
yeah, I remember that.
yeah, his people fixed me.
and
people
and
fix
he also, like, how his story started was he had this like crazy injury from diving,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then he became a chiropractor through like
so
his
his
healing
like,
journey.
a very tragic,
So it was
difficult
really
thing
cool.
that happened to him is what actually inspired now his like thriving business
Incredible.
that he has in his 30s.
and then
so.
our freaking diva to end it all, diva
well, no,
with
no,
a Y.
we have one more.
Oh,
Yeah.
Vienna.
Vienna.
Oh, Vienna was so fun.
I
This
didn't
was
even
the
see
flower truck one.
Oh, that was so fun. You guys
We
have
did
to
this one
watch it
on
on
really
YouTube
excited
because
for that.
it was like she put together, we sat in Fiona, the flower truck.
Yes.
And she put together this beautiful display behind us of flowers.
She
It was
did.
gorgeous.
It was gorgeous. And
gorgeous.
what you wouldn't know watching the episode is that I was crying the
Elle
whole
and I
time.
both were like,
My
the
allergies
were
were.
so bad.
I had it. I remember.
so
And you know what's
beautiful.
funny is
Mine
I knew it
wasn't.
was the beautiful
Elle and I were
flowers
looking at each other
because
like our eye like.
I was on the left side and I was facing her.
And the flowers
and the
were back
flowers
here.
were on my right side, and it was just my right eye that the tear.
There's
was
actually a
just
part of it
falling
that we cut out because I
down my
started
cheek.
laughing looking at Elle because I could just see the tear coming down on like the side of the flowers. It was really
God.
fun.
The thing about Vienna too that's so interesting is that she runs a flower truck, but she has a background. Like she ran her own marketing agency.
Advertise.
Our advertising? Sorry, I'm messing up. But she ran she had her own business.
Yeah.
Worked
Yes.
in like marketing, advertising, and so that all informed the flower truck business and how she came into it. I won't spoil, but it's very interesting.
Very
so
interesting.
Very
interesting.
interesting and inspiring.
And her flower, she has the most. She recently did like this thing
Such
with
a
Hamlet.
vibe. Yeah, for Hamnet.
Yeah, girl is killing it.
Hamnet.
Hamnet.
Oh, it's not Hamlet?
No, it's Hamnet.
No, it's Hamlet.
Hamnet.
But I
girl.
totally thought it was Hamlet too.
She's worked with like
I
Selena
totally read that as
Gomez.
Hamlet.
She has a thriving
Her and
business
Fiona
for herself.
are getting it done. You know.
Yeah, there
And
are
she has
just
the
two
most
girls
beautiful
taking
flowers.
on LA.
and last but not least,
Our diva.
Diva with the Y.
Our diva with a Y.
Divya.
My gosh, did we hit it
Divya,
off?
we met at Mackenzie, the friend that we talked about.
Mackenzie Drazen Cook's
Mackenzie Drazen.
wedding.
Cook, yes, her wedding.
Yeah.
We met there.
It was her birthday.
I think we talked
It was
about
Divya's
how we
birthday,
met
yeah.
her. She was swimming in an infinity pool,
Yeah.
and it was her birthday, and she was like Little Mermaid. And we just kind of like
We were
instantly
staying at the same
connected.
hotel.
Yeah, we
We
were staying in
were.
the same hotel.
And Mackenzie put us in a group
Chat.
chat, and she
connected
was
us.
like,
and was like,
"Oh my
meet
gosh,
each other.
you guys have to meet each other. I know you'd hit it off." And then
we
we're
did.
like, okay, like we can go to dinner. But then Divya was like, "It's my birthday." We're like, yeah, no worries. But anyway, we ended up
We had
running
some
into her
time
at the
to-
pool.
yeah.
And she was like, and we didn't know, we hadn't seen her yet. We'd never met her. We just had a text group chat.
But as soon as we
got
saw
a text from
her-
we were
Oh,
we were in the lobby.
We
Oh.
were,
like,
we were swinging on. There was like these chair swings.
Probably
It was
being
in
idiots.
Mexico.
Yeah, we
It
were
was these chair swings. We were looking like absolute
looking
5-year-olds.
like idiots.
Like,
And then
Definitely.
we get this text from Divya, and she goes, or is it you three on those swings?
We're like,
And we're like,
yes.
oh my gosh, yes, like, where are you? Like, we didn't know what she had looked like, she
Yeah.
looked like. So anyway, and then she was like, I'm in the pool. So we found her at the pool. Anyway, it was so funny. And then she goes,
Yeah.
yeah, my friends say diva with a Y. And we're like, what an iconic opening line.
I know.
that was her intro. And,
and
we
She's
like,
iconic.
we that whole wedding weekend, it was like we ripped up the dance floor together. It
Yeah.
was
We
super
really
fun.
did. She
And
was
then
was
meeting
nice.
her,
Yeah.
like meeting her
to get a one-on-one
yeah, like in New York
conversation,
where
yeah.
she's living now, and it was like we got like a one-on-one time. It felt like we just like went for coffee. coffee, and we just like really
was so nice.
connected, and it was just
So beautiful.
so much.
I really
fun.
enjoyed our
like,
chat.
I just
Like,
had so much fun. talking to
Divya, I
her.
resonated with just because like she's an Aries and an introvert like me. So there was a lot of things that she said that I was like, yes, I feel that deeply.
She's
in
so
my
she
soul.
was so funny.
But she's
Yeah.
a venture capitalist,
Yeah.
and she has a very interesting work life, and she talks a lot
Yeah.
about her personal life and
how she got into it and the
yeah,
whole journey
and she
there.
has
I
a
love
lot
her
of
story of
amazing-
good or bad. Who can say?
good or bad who can
or
say,
bad, who can
and
say.
she has a ton of incredible just like life advice.
Yeah,
Um,
really good tidbits in there.
Loved her.
just really
and that
good
was our
tidbits.
cap off. That was our recap.
That was our
our
season.
recap.
that was our
one.
season 1. All of our special divas.
Aw.
We love every.
We
single
really
one.
want
It
to
makes
get out
me-
there again and meet more people and interview more people because that was just
If
so much
time
fun.
and
Time and
literally
money.
if time and money and
Yeah, we will.
Time off
We'll get
permits.
time off. Yeah,
as full-time employees.
yeah, yeah.
But
Till then, it's just us here.
till then, it's just us yapping our way into the new year.
Yes. Yeah.
But my gosh, we had a great time. We had a
Yeah,
blast.
thank you
some
to
some
everybody.
amazing. Some of my favorite memories from 2025 are filming these episodes
100%. Me too.
and meeting
Yeah.
these people
and
we
gallivanting around the cities that we were filming in.
gallivanting around California, gallivanting around
Such
New
fun
York City.
adventures. It was like
Yeah, so much
making
fun.
a bunch of new best friends.
and
was.
eating Trader Joe's constantly.
it was so fun.
so
We loved
amazing.
it. And
If you want an
every
affordable
single-
lunch in a pinch, Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's, that's where it's at.
I keep calling Farm Boy Trader Joe's.
It's
Yeah.
the same thing.
It's literally the Canadian version in
swear.
my eyes.
of Trader Joe's.
Yeah, we love
Correct.
Farm Boy. But anyway,
Anyway,
great season.
Thanks for listening,
Thank you guys
Thank
for
you
listening.
guys.
Bye.